A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk with Chandrasekhar Sharma ji with another shlok that is easy to understand only if he deciphers it out for us. So, sir, a warm welcome to you. Pranam.
Namaskar.
Sir, while we are at it, I'd like to thank our viewers for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your suggestions and your comments there. If you haven't subscribed to us, do that. And please remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Sir, over to you.
So we shall be looking at some Raja Yoga. The problem generally happens is people look at one Raja Yoga and they feel I have not become a king because Raja is always also means king. So first thing to understand is what is king is somebody who has wealth and who has authority. The quantum depending upon his own efforts also, as well as the potential that is indicated by the planet. So whether there are only Raja Yogas, there can be Raja Yogas and there could be yogas for penury. One thing. Another thing is, people generally, once they read a yoga, they try to apply to their own charts with a bit of variation. So they say, if this planet is also there, will that yoga not have? It will not happen. It will be modified. It can be modified to an extent that it can become absolutely the other way around. And
Right.
that's why I have chosen these shlokas, these are two shlokas, one after other, and which are telling something very important. That just because I have a Mahapurusha Yoga or I have got a Maharaja Yoga, uh, is that all? No, you have to look at the chart in its entirety and then try to understand how to overcome the negatives that are indicated there. And that's why I thought this would be interesting because till now we have been talking only about Raja Yogas and having wealth. But sometimes those having wealth can also lose it. Those who are in India would know name of Mr. Anil Ambani. And that is one, I mean, his chart may be like this or not because I don't use the example chart. You know me well. Because they are not going to come to you again. So what is being said here? They say Meshe Juk Navavanshake. Juk is the seventh house, so seventh Rashi. Dinakare Papekshite Nirdhana. So, even if, a very important principle is being said, if Sun occupies his Rashi of exaltation, which is Aries, don't get go out of your head and start imagining things because he's generally supposed to be the king, and if he is in exaltation, everything will be fine. No, it will also depend on where he's playing. But something very important. If he is aspected by malefic and he happens to be weak in the Navamsha because Juk is Libra, where Libra is where he gets,
Debilitated.
Now, when he is debilitated, even if in the Rashi chart, the natal chart, he is in exaltation, first thing is he has lost his strength. Is that bad? No, sometimes it can also be good. So don't worry about it. There is some other yoga which can also gain you. But if he is also aspected by malefic, then what happens? Then the person it can lead to penury. So just because I have got a planetary exaltation, I mean, somebody, of course, not the Jyotisha, he knows himself, so he's already learned. But a chart comes and you see one planet in exaltation or two planets in exaltation, don't jump to conclusions. Look at it in a proper manner, isn't it? Because a planet in debility, if in 6 at 12, can also give Viparita Raja, a very powerful yoga. But remember, when a yoga is talked about, it has to be exactly like that. Any additional planet coming, aspecting, making some connection with him can change the entire picture. And here they are talking about malefic. This malefic means the natural malefics. So please understand that. Then he goes ahead. The next twist in the tale, if you can say. Kanya Rashi Gate Yadi Bhrugushte. Bhrugusute means he is one of the, Venus is one of the sons of Rishi Bhrugu. One of his name is Ushna. and Ushana means Venus. He is also called Bhargava. So sometimes he is referred to as Bhrugu directly and sometimes as Bhrugu Sutta. Don't be confused. Kanya Rashi Gate Yada Bhrugu Sutta Kanya Shake Nirthan. Now here the problem is that he is not talking anything about, like there has to be a malefic aspect. And here, if you can see, you can understand this is also Vargottama. And
Yes.
Vargottama planet is supposed to be pretty powerful,
Hmm.
isn't it? And still he says, he doesn't say he will become Nirdhana, which is he will be pauper, but he will become a beggar. But beggar has many connotations. I mean, in ancient time, the learned also used to go and beg for their alms just so that their ego is destroyed. But what is being said is that it is not always so. Now, with this combination, if the placement is in some other place, then there will be a change. So just don't go by this also that if he's in Kanya Rashi, that is Virgo, and Virgo Navamsha, the person will be pauper. No, look at other things also. Maybe there is something else which is indicating wealth for that person. This I am telling because at my age, I know what mistakes I committed when I was young. I would want the youngsters and new and even the old astrologers. I commit mistakes even now. So not to fall in that trick of going by a rule which is a rote. No, it is not so. It is subject to many things. Then he again reiterates that point. नीचर क्षेत्र के नीच भाग सहिते जातो दिवानायक. Now here the next twist in the tale comes. He says if Sun is in its Rashi of debility, which is Libra, and in Atinicha Bhag, placed in the lowest, I mean the extreme debility, which is 10 degrees of Libra. Then, so here, in a way, if you look at it, he could also be in the same Rashi because, but he would not, because now what is happening is, this is Libra. In Libra, 3.20 is a degree.
Libra only, yeah.
Libra.
Then it would have gone to Sagittarius. In 10 degrees, it will have gone to Sagittarius in the
It would go
Navamsha.
to Sagittarius, and in a particular degree, even not that 3 degree 20 minutes of 640 is the second one, and the third one is
Yes,
640
10 degrees.
10. Even here, it is not only, they are going even finer. They say exactly on 10 degrees. If that is so, if it is in deep debility, then what happens? The Jataka may be born in a great dynasty, obviously royal dynasty, which means extremely wealthy people. He might even be the eldest son, because generally the legacies used to, once
Yes.
upon a time, they go
He
to
becomes a rightful inheritor.
and now it is not so. Now they are equal, but even in that case, so a king's son will become directly a king. He will be Vigata Shri Putra Darashana, which means he will be devoid of wealth, progeny, spouse, money, etc. etc. So we have to understand that he is telling something very extremely important. Perhaps this has to be read in connection with the earlier one, the Kanya Rashi Gate Yada Brahmaste, that see, though I have said that he has to be in the Kanya Vaksha, etc., he will be Mukshiko. It's okay. If he is born in a normal case, he will remain there. You can say if he's poor, his parents were poor, he would also be poor. Here, even if he's great,
Yeah.
he would still lose everything. Those who know the story of Duryodhana, of Mahabharata, will remember that. And those who do not can look at Mr. Anilambani and what happened to him, how the wealth was lost, though he had everything. So these are very important things. We should not just think that just because it's in debility. So when we read those shlokas verbatim, we may sometimes commit mistake. That is what I want to, point you to. Sun, the powerful one, going very weak, the person will be pauper. If it is Venus, he is still a grantor of wealth. So he might, collect alms. He could also be a social worker who collects alms for some good work. So don't forget about it. So always look at it in perspective, never jump to conclusions, especially when they are dire negative. For that, as you have seen in the last part of the aphorism, it has to be sun in Rashi of debility and in deep debility degree, exact degree. Then only because the moment that degree is passed, then he again starts getting into the
Again,
RO sort
yes.
of thing. He starts getting strength. And I hope this helps, uh, especially the youngsters. But sometimes youngsters are more intelligent than people of our age. So the great Shankaracharya was only 13 when he started writing on Vedas. And I hope this helps.
Thank you so much, sir. This certainly will. So we see that we cannot just pinpoint and say that this is best in one line because astrology is dynamic. Talking about dynamism, we say Vargotam planets are very good. But look at Venus Vargotam, or for that matter, even Jupiter Vargotam in the sign of Capricorn. Will it really yield the results that we are looking for? Think again so that we can meet again with Sir in another class, in another episode. Till we meet with you again, stay safe. Thank you, sir. Pranam, sir.
My
Please
pleasure.
hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.